Bonjour. Bonjour.
No. Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Steven Strait, Dominique Tipper et Shohreh Agdashou. The Expanse à Paris, on vous donne. Merci beaucoup. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci d'être là. Thank you for being here. And thank you for this gift. It's wonderful to have this at Comic-Con Paris. That's wonderful.
How did you guys like it? Good?
We're very happy to have you here. Just to start, we were not sure that it would be a season 4. On n'était pas sûr qu'il y allait avoir une saison 4. Where were you guys when you discovered that you'll be back?
Well, I was at a private space conference.
C'était à une conférence privée sur l'espace.
And we weren't sure whether or not the show was going to get picked up by Amazon or not. And this event had been scheduled months before. And Jeff Bezos and Blue Origin, his space company, happened to be there kind of coincidentally. And we were in the process of negotiating, and we still weren't sure if it was going to come through. And he announced it in person that night, to our surprise. I mean, there's a video of it, and if you see it, all of us are just shocked. I mean, I'm drawing like on the floor.
I was at home in bed in London, sleeping.
D'accord. Dominique était en fait elle était à la maison chez elle à Londres, not far away from here, pas si loin d'ici.
Yeah, it was the craziest professional experience I've ever had. I mean, it was hilarious that this kind of momentous occasion for our show happened at the Sheraton outside the airport in Los Angeles. It was like very strange.
Shohreh, where were you?
I was at home.
Shohreh était chez elle aussi.
À la maison.
À la maison. Vous parlez français alors?
Un peu.
Un petit peu?
Un petit peu. Yes, I wish I did more. And I had already accepted the destiny of this show. I thought it was finished. But for me...
I love a voice.
Thank you.
We all did.
Voice in Hollywood.
Je suis mesmerized.
Merci, merci. And because for me, life is a chapter to chapter. When one chapter ends, the other begins.
Un chapitre, it's like a season.
It's like a
TV
season.
shows.
When I heard it, I could have not believed it. I was dancing on my own. I was home. Oh my God, we made it. And it was for the first time in my career, I've worked 40 years, that I could see the impact of the fans on a show.
Pour la première fois de toute sa carrière. You're there because of the fans, because they saved the show. Can you explain to the French audience what really happened? They fought for you guys.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was a petition that had well over 100,000 signatures. The fans raised money to fly banners over Amazon's head office in Los Angeles with Save the Expanse across it. They flew a small model of the Rocinante into low orbit space.
Save the Expanse.
They were like, our show is not being cancelled. They were like, nope, we're going to save it. And here we are. We can't believe it. Like, we're so pleased. We're so happy to be back.
It's because of you guys. Merci.
Absolutely. Thanks.
Thank you.
Do you think this new season will appeal to new fans, or do we have to be up to date to crawl into this new adventure?
It works on its own. If you start with season 4, you start watching a very humanitarian, unlike other science fiction stories, a very humanitarian sort of geopolitical Shakespearean drama.
Un drame shakespearien.
You get it right away, but it's nicer to watch the first 3 and then watch 4.
Mais c'est bien évidemment d'avoir vu d'abord les 3 premières saisons. We can see in this first episode that you still curse a lot.
Yes.
Dans ce premier épisode que
Thank God.
Voilà, thanks God. Curse a lot, like usual, as usual. Shohreh, do you know?
Not as usual. With this one is more.
More.
Encore plus dans.
Because we're on Amazon.
Encore plus. Parce que in France, so you can say whatever you want. It's not, it's not like in the US. Mais dans certains shows, certaines émissions et shows aux États-Unis, ils ont l'habitude, dès qu'il y a un gros mot, de biper, de mettre un petit bip. Donc si vous dites le mot
Yes.
fuck, par exemple, vous entendez
that's
à la télé, vous
another
entendez bip. Do you know any curse words in French? Est-ce que vous connaissez?
I mean, that's the only one I know.
Okay, let me get you a better version, but I have to stand up. Putain de merde.
Okay, now you can curse, you can say whatever you want because you're on a
Sorry. Two children, sorry.
Désolé pour les enfants.
Je suis désolée.
So sorry. I didn't see the kids. I'm so sorry about
Faut
that.
boucher vos oreilles, hein, il faut surtout pas écouter, il faut pas répéter. À la maison, vos parents vous apprennent à bien vous comporter.
Tell them don't swear. Swearing is bad.
You worked with, on this season, you worked with the same crew, same production company, but different system. What did it change for you? Was it, you were in the same area and everything? For you, it was like season 1, season 2, and season 3, or was it really different?
You know, I think one of the most moving parts about the time we were in limbo of not knowing if we were going to come back or not. We were waiting weeks and weeks, and we've had the same crew for the most part from the first season. And they waited without any guarantee that we were coming back. People who have responsibilities and mortgages and children. And I think it just really speaks to the culture that we have on this show. It really is a family, and you know, in my experience working in this business, it feels far more like a theater company than it does a television show. It's very collaborative, and it's a passionate group of people, from the crew to the writers down to the cast.
Can I ask you just one thing? Next time you come to France, can you keep one of those wonderful phones you have in the show? Je vous demanderais juste un truc, si la prochaine fois qu'ils viennent en France, ils peuvent me garder un des téléphones qu'ils ont. Vous avez vu les téléphones?
We'll bring one for you.
You have one for me?
We'll bring one for you next time.
Can we take just a few questions
Yes.
from the audience? Est-ce que vous avez des questions à poser à... Eh ben alors, regardez, je vais vous montrer. Je vous en prie. Levez-vous, venez, il y a un micro juste ici dans l'allée. Please, stand up and come here, please. Ici.
Wow.
Hey, bonjour.
You look amazing! Oh my god. Carol would love that.
Thank you. And I'm really happy I'm here, and thank you very much. My question is, what was the news challenge for you on season 4? Because I think you're already used to doing the accents and performing in theology. And what's the news challenge for you?
I think without spoiling it, each character very much, I don't want to speak for all of you, but each character very much goes through a set of new challenges, that situations that we've never seen them in before. You know, we have new characters that also add to the conflict between everyone.
Personnages.
For Naomi in particular, it's quite a physical challenge, as you saw. She steps onto a planet for the first time, and that is a challenge that she's never had to deal with before being a belter.
On a production level, it was the first time that we shot extensively outside.
It was cold.
It was 2 hours north of Toronto in Canada.
It was very
in the winter.
Ils ont tourné à Toronto, au Canada, donc en plein hiver, et puis pour une fois ils n'étaient pas en studio, ils ont tourné à l'extérieur et a priori il faisait très froid.
So what you see is actually a rock quarry. It's a mine in Canada, and we shot there because it was so alien looking. You know, much of what you saw was really kind of untouched. So we used it to show Illis. And it was a logistical challenge for sure, just to keep everybody warm and to transport everybody there and stuff.
For me, the biggest challenge was to keep up with the news. I watch CNN, Fox, Al Jazeera TV, BBC, CNBC, just to get my news. But what happened last year was whatever was happening on the news was on my pages. I was reading them. And I was bewildered, thinking, my God, these visionary men, Ty Frank and Daniel Abraham, together James S. Equerry, wrote these novels 2 decades ago. How could they envision this?
Dans l'actualité, soit tellement... Merci.
Merci.
Thank you very much.
I love your costume.
First of all, holy shit, that was just marvelous.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
But I think I speak on behalf of everyone that was tremendously awesome.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, really, just breathtaking. I think the 1 month and a half to wait is going to be really, really long, you know? Yeah, it's like, man.
It's around the corner.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
And we already started shooting season 5, so we have another.
So yeah, I want you to know a few things. First of all, when will season 5 will be coming out?
Yes. Is your answer?
Yes. When exactly?
Oh, we've just started shooting it, so
1 year.
soon.
Usually it takes 1
Can you just enjoy season 4?
Yeah, but the thing is, you can enjoy it, but it's still 1 more.
He wants to know.
I get that. We're making it for you.
Les infos sur la saison 4. What about season 6? La saison 6.
What about season 6?
Amazon, season 6.
Do you hear it?
But you have to shoot season 5 before... Yeah, go on.
Gotta ask Jeff. I mean,
Yeah. Ask Uncle JB.
and the thing is, I wanted to know how much Thomas will see in season 5. Thomas Jane.
Well, I don't want to get.
In season 5.
Yeah.
Oh, in season 5.
You have to ask.
Look at you asking season 5 questions.
On va poser des questions sur la saison 5.
We can only answer questions about season 4.
He loves it.
Well, how about season 4 then?
I don't want to give too much away, but he definitely has a presence.
Yeah, I know about
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for you, man.
What percentage?
But it's
I'm pretty aware how much is going to be in it. I
Yeah.
think so, but the transcription to, from the novel
Yeah.
to the TV show, sometimes it's different.
sure.
He's in it, and it's fantastic.
The investigator is there, man. The
Have you read the
investigator is there.
novels? Have you read the books?
Kind of, and yes and no. Let's just say that.
Yeah, he's in it and he's spectacular as always.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's, you know, what I love so much about that character is it's so unusual. And Thomas, Thomas portrays it with such complexity and empathy and humanity. I think you're going to really love his performance this year. I mean, he's always amazing, but yeah, it's incredible. The investigator comes out full force.
Thank you, and shout out to Reddit. I came here with two mates from Reddit, and we were part of saving the Expanse because
Thank you.
we launched the petitions and everything, and we contributed a lot to it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
man.
guys.
Oh, Reddit, that's right. We're here because of you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're going to sign some papers, guys, with all the people here
Yes,
right after
Yes,
in a few minutes, okay?
Yes.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank
Vous
you.
allez découvrir la saison 4. 13 décembre sur Amazon. Merci beaucoup Amazon de nous avoir fait ce cadeau. Merci guys. Thank
Vous avez l'air ému.
Pas du tout. Je vois pas pourquoi vous dites ça. Je vois pas pourquoi vous dites ça.
Non, non, ça se voit à peine. Je vous rassure, ça se voit à peine. Hello, how are you? It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Is it possible
Happy to be here.
No, absolutely. I can sign that.
Thank you. It's like coming home for me because
I'm making reaction videos with the Expanse, and I told Daniel and Tai that I was coming today, and they are saying hi to you, and Tai is saying get the hell back to work.
Yes, indeed.
I'm passing the message.
That's amazing. I know. We're going back tomorrow. So
Yes.
I'm gonna
They're
get.
in London on Monday, the two of them, Tai and Daniel.
Yes, yeah, they're doing a book tour.
Yes.
So there's that. There's
Thank
that one. You're very welcome. There's the pen.
Oh, that's a nice cover.
Yes. The French one.
Yes, I love it. Are you seeing them? Are you going to London?
No, I'm not going to London, but I was saying that I'm making reaction videos about the Expanse, and Daniel said to me to tell you hi, all of you, and Tai is saying to you, get the hell back to work. So I'm passing the message to you.
That is typical Daniel. Thank you for passing that along.
It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so much for your work on the Expanse. It's so great to see a strong woman in a show. It's so great to see that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Playing Naomi. So
Yes, they are doing a really great job to write strong women. You, great drummer, it's so great to have characters like that.
We all love the characters we play.
Yes.
Frankie and Kara are like my
Yes.
sisters, so yeah, we feel very,
our fourth
very
season is our best
privileged
one.
and grateful.
I really do.
And you are doing really great.
Thank you.
It only gets better.
And don't forget your pen.
It's not mine.
Oh,
Well,
so nice to
I
meet
don't
you.
know.
Shall I sign this?
Yes, please.
Hey, bud, how are you? Good, pleasure to meet you.
I hope you like season 4.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great,
Nice
thank
to
you.
meet you.
Is it possible to say it?
By all means.
I was saying I'm making reaction videos about the Expanse, and I have a message for you from Daniel and from Tai.
What did you say?
Tell
Let
the
me see.
cast I and
Sadly, Paris isn't on my itinerary. Oh. See, I'm coming on. Oh.
I'm so
Can you
pleased.
answer
This is
him?
why
yes,
Tell him the cast is taking a picture
to be
together.
inspired.
yes, with pleasure.
We're shooting at the moment. Probably more of us would be.
Yes.
But
A picture or video?
Video.
Oh,
Frankie that just said that they'll love to.
look.
Ty, Daniel. We're listening.
Wait. Why is not working? Oh, excuse me. Yep. That's fine.
Ty and Daniel, we are so missing you here. We wish you were here. One of our beautiful
nice to be
fans brought the message to us. And this is the best way to tell you that how much we miss you and how much fans are missing you. This young lady who asked me to do this video is so beautiful, and she's in love with the Expanse. Have fun. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Crazy.